Today, I'm going to tell us a story about the Qani. Eat seagulls flying over, eat the Squtxulenuxw, the raven. A long time ago, all the birds and animals got along. They were Stz'uminus, worked together, played together. Then all of a sudden, one day, there was total darkness. The daylight didn't happen. The daylight didn't come. The raven had his schedule. He thought he was going to be down a beach, and all of a sudden the light was gone to get some clams and fly up in the air and break the clams to have something to eat. But there was no light. He couldn't see anything. So he made his way around to see if anybody else was around, and it was too early. So he went over to the seagulls, where the seagull lived, the seagull's house. And he knocked on a seagull's door. And the seagull just said, "Go away." But he knocked again, and the seagull just said, "Go away." So he didn't know what to think. He left and couldn't see anything. He tried to go back down the beach, and he was thinking about getting some sea urchins, Squtxulenuxw, but he couldn't really picture where it was. In the dark, he couldn't picture where it was. So he went back and he asked for help with the seagull. Went knocking on the door again, so the seagull came out. And this time the seagull actually opened the door, and he asked the seagull, "Can you come and help me? I don't know why there's no light, but there's no light." And the seagull says, "No, I won't come and help you." But the raven actually seen the light in the box, like there was a fire in the box or something. So the raven left again, the Squtxulenuxw left again. He went down the beach and he felt around with his wing. He treaded very carefully, and then he actually found some Squtxulenuxw. And he picked them up and dropped them on the rocks, and it opened. He ate some. He went feeling around for some more Squtxulenuxw, and he did the same thing. He had about 5 or 6 Squtxulenuxw that he flew up in the air, dropped it, and it smashed, and he ate the meat. So he goes back up to the seagull's house and going to tell him that he found some Squtxulenuxw. If you come with me, I'll show you where they are. I know where they are now. Even in the dark, I know where they are. And then the seagull says, "Just go away. I don't want any right now. I'll come out when I come out." So the raven says, "Well, I think you should come with me anyway." And the seagull says, "No." So the raven leaves again. He goes back down and he collects all the broken shells the ones he opened. He brought it up to the seagull's house and starts spreading it on the porch and on the stairwell. He goes down the beach and gets some live whole Squtxulenuxw. Then he does the same thing without breaking them. He brings them up and he spreads them over on the porch and stairwell. This time he knocks on the door again and steps away carefully. Then he's holding 2 Squtxulenuxw and he calling the pani, the seagull. Come out, I have some chichwa for you. I have some big, huge chichwa. Come with thee. So the seagull peeks out of the window and he sees the pani standing at the edge of his porch. So he comes out. And he told him, "Go away. I'm not hungry right now. Go away." So the raven goes get some more chichwa, and he spreads it out. And this time he knocks on the door real hard, but this time he goes to hide behind a tree. And he waits and he waits and waits. Finally the seagull must have became hungry, so he came out and he stepped onto his porch, and sure enough, he stepped onto the chichwa. And then he was hopping around. He goes back in, hops inside the house, and goes and sits on his armchair. Then he's screaming for someone to come and help him. I'm in pain. Somebody needs to come and help me. So the raven stood there for quite a while, just listening to the seagull crying and screaming for help. So he finally decides to go see what was going on. So he knocks on the door, and the seagull says, come in, I need your help right now. I'm in pain, I'm in terrible pain, so I need your help. So the raven walks in, and he notices the light flickering in the big cedar box. So he asks the beneath there, seagull, what's wrong? I don't know, I stepped on something out there and it's lodged in my foot, so I need your help to get it out. So the raven says, well, I don't know where your tools are, or knife or whatever. And seagull says, there's one sharp one on the table. You can feel around and you get it. So he felt around and he got the knife, and he goes over and he asked him, which foot is it? So the seagull lifts his left foot up and he says, it's in here, this foot here. So the raven grabs the foot and he starts gouging onto the foot, and then the seagull screams louder, you're not helping me, you're hurting me. So this raven says, well, I'm sorry if I'm hurting you, but I can't see a thing. I try to feel where it is, but it's there, but I need light. If you have some light, I wouldn't mind using some of your light. So the seagull cracks open the box just a little bit, and there's actually some light coming out. You start to see the sun rays coming out of that box. And once again, the raven starts gouging at the seagull's foot. And the seagull says, what are you doing? You're just hurting me. What are you doing? You're supposed to be helping me. And the raven says, well, I'm sorry I'm hurting you, but I can't see very well, and I need more light. And the seagull says, no, just keep on working. So the crow starts gouging even harder, and the seagull's just screaming. So he opens the box just a little bit more, and then there's more light. And once again, the raven starts to gouge at the seagull's foot, and the seagull is screaming in pain for help. And the raven just tells him, well, I'm sorry, it's not enough light. I need more light. So the seagull says, no, you can't have any more light. That's my light. I'm not sharing it with you or anybody. He says, well, I could gouge a little bit more on your foot, but I'm going to hurt you more. And the seagull finally opens it a little bit more. And it was getting brighter and brighter in the room. So once again, the raven starts gouging away, and the seagull's complaining again that you're just hurting me, you're just hurting me. And the seagull says, well, give me control of your light, and then I could see your whole foot, not just part of your foot. So the seagull pushes the box over to the raven, and the raven opens the box wide, then it lets the sunlight out. The sun escapes out of the chimney, and the raven actually helped the seagull get the urchin spine out of his foot. He helped them, but he actually released the sunlight. So that's pretty well the end of the story. And it took a long time for the seagull to forgive the raven, and still to this day, the seagull is how he is. He'll just eat anything, and the raven is a little bit smarter, I guess. So he was able to free the sun from the big cedar box. I guess that's the end of the story.